part, the best part, the favorite part, everybody's favorite part. Oh my god, it's Smash Bros. We're talking about Smash Bros. Excited?
Dude, fuck yeah. I loved playing it on the 3DS and the Wii U. So obviously, putting it on a more powerful console and giving it portability is both great.
What? Like,
The only thing that seems to be different to me so far is characters. Like they've added a couple extra characters, but I haven't seen them release any other information that says that anything else about it's different or like new stages.
okay, and originally I didn't look into their article. But then I started to think about it, and IGN said this is probably a new Smash Bros. Game.
Because I also did see that when they showed certain silhouettes that they had Breath of the Wild Link instead
Yes.
of like a mix between Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess.
Let me see if I could find it. Yes, and I think a lot of people right now are thinking, well, this is a port, right? Or an updated version of the Wii U one. I'm starting to think that's not the case. I actually think this is an entirely new Smash Bros. Game.
Yeah.
Which sounds crazy because this was supposed... I know they were like, this is the last one, but hang on a minute. And IGN brought this to my attention. I didn't read their article, but they had a headline of an article that said... what did it say? It said, the new Smash Bros... It was something simple like that. It was like, the new Smash Bros. Is probably a new game. And I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. That's a little weird. Like, don't get me wrong. Whenever game companies are like, oh, this is the last in the series. If this series makes a fuck ton of money, you know it's not the last in the series. Dark Souls 3 is not the end. Maybe we're not going to see Dark Souls 4 for a while. Maybe they're going to do something entirely different, but they are going to make games just like that for a long time. Because it makes money. They can't ignore that. Halo 3, the last in the series. Somebody's going to take it eventually.
They already did.
Gears of War 3, the last in the series. They're going to give it to somebody else.
They already did.
Which, that one technically has a lot of the same people working on it.
It's under a different company name, though.
Like, that's how these always work. So for Smash Bros, I was like, no, don't fucking lie to us. There's going to be another one. It just might not be Masahiro Sakurai.
He's working on it.
Exactly. This isn't... And that's when I started to look into things. Not only is Masahiro Sakurai working on this one, because he didn't have anything to do with the Wii U version at all. Or the 3DS version. The most recent ones. People don't know that. People don't actually know that. He might have... Well, let's see.
How do you know it then? Because you're part of the people.
Oh my god, you're white. This is incredible.
I am also white, too.
Look, there's the first thing I see is he's back. So he was not... I know he wasn't involved with the Wii U one, because that one was developed by Namco Bandai. Remember? He's not Namco Bandai. He's fucking HAL Laboratory. Now, I wanted to see, did he, like, maybe produce it? Like, he could always watch over it.
Director and voice actor for King DDD.
Did he direct it?
Because this is his game, so...
Satoru Iwata. But I think, okay, so this is the first one he's not developing, though. That's what the deal was.
Oh, this one? The one that's currently in development? Or,
no,
or the
Wii U one.
So he didn't develop, he directed it.
Basically, all he did was, as director, was oversee things. Make sure things made sense for what he felt like Smash Bros. Should feel like. So, basically, if somebody was like, hey, I put Sonic in the game, can you play him a little bit? So Sakurai plays with Sonic, and he's like, he feels a little too tight. Sonic's really fast, so you want him to feel looser, so the developer would go, okay. So they go and they change Sonic so that he feels a little looser. That's basically what Sakurai's job was. he was director, which don't get me wrong, director's a big job, but he didn't develop this like he did the other one. This was all Namco Bandai. So he was involved, but now he's actually, from what I understand, developing this new one. Let's take a look when it says, where's that article that said he's back? So,
Will be a director's cut. That's interesting that they would call it that.
Where's that at?
There is the hot debate issue right now if it'll be a director's cut of the version seen on the 3DS and the Wii U, or if it'll be a new one.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking for where it says his involvement.
Well, the announcement that Sakurai is even involved with a new Smash title is surprising. As he stated in the past, theories that it is exhausting to work on. That's why we're not entirely convinced his involvement points directly to a brand new game with some new content. Obviously, Sakurai's past.
They do bring up that good point. That he would just have to tweak things, but hang on a minute though. This is what is kind of weird to me about this, and this is why it could still be a new Smash Bros. Game. Well, first of all, what they had said? Didn't they say like something was different? Wasn't there like a thing that they were like, oh, this is gonna be like? They didn't say the game itself would be different, but
I didn't see that.
He's such a handsome man. Look at him. He's like, meow.
He's got the Beatles haircut.
He does. But where is it? Because originally I was thinking like, okay, well it's got to be Hang on.
Waiting.
I know. Yeah, I guess we don't actually know what his role is.
Interesting.
So he's the voice.
Yeah, he's been the voice for King Dedede since the beginning, I think.
It's so fucking weird. Anyways, but like, there's a couple things. It's like, one, if it's just a director's cut, yes, it would be easier on Masahiro Sakurai for it to just be a director's cut, right? And he wouldn't have to do as much, and he has said in the past that it's kind of straining on him. But it's also like, okay, why wouldn't they just let Namco Bandai do that though? You know what I mean? Like, they already made it. It shouldn't be hard for them to port it to Switch. So there's got to be something vastly different, because not only that, but and we can't. I have to block the screen because Nintendo won't let us show trailer, so give me a minute. But let me just go to the trailer for Smash Bros. For the Switch. I should probably mute the audio. I'm just gonna skip to the end of the trailer.
What for? What are we looking for?
I watched the trailer, but I didn't. Hang on.
I don't know.
Is there not another one? Is there not a... Maybe I got some misinformation or something, but I had heard.
What?
I had heard that Smash Bros. For Switch was being developed by HAL Laboratories.
Oh.
And they did all the other ones before the Wii U one. This is gonna be such a long segment, but that's okay because it's Smash Bros.
We still have the standby screen up now. They're gonna be seeing freaky ass Mario.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
I still don't understand the Drake and Josh bit.
Because, okay, god damn it. Pause for a minute. It says, "This is my worst birthday ever." That's Josh. And then Drake says, "Why? Because Oblivion gates are opening all over Cyrodiil." And Josh says, "No, because it's a little human." Just because Oblivion gates are opening all... It's Drake and... You never watched Drake and Jorb.
I did watch Drake and Josh.
Then you don't fucking know. So shut up.
What?
Anyways, I had heard somewhere, I guess this could be wrong, that
Do
HAL
you want to resume?
that HAL Laboratories was working on it. Let's go to IGN. And let me see. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that article that said
That is a big font.
yeah, I actually don't go on the IGN website on the computer, so this is weird. Let me see if I can find that article that said this one. No, I can't. No, wait, we can probably watch the clip. See what they say. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's just going to show the trailer. Okay. They wrote it down. So, is coming and all those... One significant factor that we need to address, the reveal trailer shows the game simply titled as Super Smash Bros. And not Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch, which leads us to believe that this iteration of Smash Bros. Will receive a subtitle similar to Smash Bros. Melee or Brawl. If Nintendo were preparing a port of the Wii U version, it would have more than likely inherited the title of Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch. Not to mention, the logo itself bears a few distinct differences from the previous Smash logos. It's blank, presumably implying that the title is still under consideration and not final. Different developers. This may be where I got it from. If you're keen on attention to detail, right there, that's what I was looking for.
Well, then how come you didn't fucking see it?
I don't know. I didn't. Fuck. Because I thought it would show their logo. That's why. You may have noticed
original game.
Shut up! You may have noticed that HAL Laboratories is... Yeah, it does say original game, too. Is leading development for Super Smash Bros. On Switch. Right as the teaser wraps up, it's clear HAL is labeled and not Namco or Bandai Namco. And Sora Ltd. may have different development, but it looks like Nintendo is once again reunited with HAL Laboratories to bring the famous brawler over to Switch. Revamped website. There is a new website for Smash Bros. And it is a little different. That's the one from the Wii U, and then that one. Sakurai had a tweet. He said, "Right now we're just at the stage where we revealed the game, but I've been working on the game in silence day after day. Please wait until we can release more information or until release day." And then the creator of the has gone on record saying that the game is still at the stage of just announcing the title. So I don't know. I could see this still being a port, but at the same time, I'm like, they actually put up a lot of really good evidence there. Like, and plus, I'm like, why would HAL Laboratories need to? Like I said, why would they have to get or Nintendo get HAL Laboratories involved if they were just gonna port it? Because Namco Bandai could have done that themselves. You know?
Maybe they said no.
Why? It's money. That's insane amount of money. Like, no, there's no fucking way. I do feel like this might actually be a new Smash Bros. Game, and if that's the case, I'm all for it, especially with HAL Laboratories behind it. Although I wasn't a big fan of Brawl compared to the others.
I feel like
see
they
what
were
Dylan
experimenting
thinks?
more with
I have my doubts that it's coming out this year, but they can prove me wrong. Also, this series is 20 years old differently. I don't know on that font. At E3, we will get more. Yeah, I agree. I think, I like how Dylan's chiming in now. Dylan, you're on our podcast. Welcome.
I mean, what does the series being 20 years old have to do? Is it like an anniversary game or something? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yes, I think some people were saying that too. But
Well, That would kind of suck then if it was like an anniversary game that only like was like an anniversary remake of the first one.
Wait, I have Overwatch League emotes. Where are they at?
What is that?
I don't know.
What does that even have to do with anything?
But yeah,
Rest in pepperonis.
I think he brings up, or IGN brings up a lot of good points. Like, if it ends up being a port, I'm not gonna be disappointed, but I'm just gonna be like, well, it's a little underwhelming. If this ends up being just a port and not a new game, that is a little more underwhelming, I'd say. But I don't know.
It'll still
really...
sell.
Oh, absolutely.